Ladies and gentlemen, this is MTGO Traders. My name is Taryn, and this is Ixalan spoiler season for September 7th. Alright guys, let's jump into the spoilers real quick. We've got number 1, Ravenous Dagger, love that name. 2 colorless and 1 green mana for a 3/2 dinosaur with Enrage. Whenever Ravenous Dagger is dealt damage, you gain 2 life. First up, I think a 3/2 for 3 in draft and in sealed is perfectly fine. I think in a dinosaur tribal matchup in draft and sealed, if we get there, is pretty decent. However, the Enrage trigger on a creature with toughness so low like this basically means kill the creature, you gain 2 life. I haven't seen too many cards with 1 ping damage that trigger Enrage, but with this, I don't see this card seeing any kind of play outside of draft or sealed. Just not gonna happen, sorry guys. But a 3/2 for 3 is okay, and if it dies, it does have an upside, so that's decent. Moving on to another card, we've got Raptor Hatchling. Look at that guy, he's kind of cute. He's 1 colorless, 1 red mana for a 1/1 dinosaur with Enrage. Whenever Raptor Hatchling is dealt damage, create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with Trample. Doom Traveler this is not, but it does have sort of a repeatable effect if you can make it survive for a turn. A 1/1 for 2 is bad in all formats, but when it dies or takes damage, you make a 3/3 with Trample, so a card that can basically block for you and give you a 3/3 with Trample is a lot better. So this will probably be picked a lot more highly in draft and sealed because of that reason, but I don't see this seeing any sort of play in standard or any of the other formats. Next up, we have Ranging Raptors. It's 3 colorless and 1 green mana for a 2/3 dinosaur with Enrage. Whenever Ranging Raptors is dealt damage, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. This card is super good in draft sealed and might even see standard play based on its 3 toughness. Being able to shock your creature or block a 1/2 or a 1/1 or a 2/1 or a 2/3, whatever, you're going to be able to trigger that Enrage trigger more often than one time, I believe. I think this is going to be a high ramp pick if you're in like a green-red ramp in draft, and I think this will probably see play somewhere in a green ramp or a green-red ramp in standard. Just has a lot of potential to be really good since the ability is so repeatable. Moving on to a rare today, we've got Arguel's Bloodfast. It's 1 colorless and 1 black mana for a legendary enchantment. You can pay 1 colorless and 1 black mana, pay 2 life, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 5 or less life, you may transform Arguel's Bloodfast. And when it transforms, it turns into Temple of Ixalan. It's legendary land, and you can tap it to add 1 black mana to your mana pool, sacrifice a creature, you gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. This is a weird, like, cost-adjusted greed that turns into like a Diamond Valley, which is weird. Also, the front here is basically Erebos, God of the Dead from Theros, so that's strange. The card seems powerful, however, if you're down to 5 life, I'm not sure if you're going to get a turn to be able to sack any creatures to this land here. However, I could be wrong. The ability of this card being in like a cool Orzhov Gideon of the Trials deck would be awesome, but again, I have no idea. I do think in draft and sealed though, this might be a really great card as far as getting tempo for you. Maybe we'll see some weird brew around for standard, and might see something in modern. It's just really interesting, so we might see something there. I think EDH players will probably like this the most, thanks to the legendary land clause there. Moving on to another card, we have one that needs to be translated. This is Magan's Murder Vana. This might not be the correct translation just yet, but it's 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 black, legendary creature, Vampire Knight with Vigilance, Lifelink, and you can tap, pay 7 life, destroy target non-land permanent. Activate this ability only during your turn. In draft and sealed, if you pull this, congratulations, you just pulled a Vigilance Lifelinker that's a 4/4 for 5. That's amazing. The tap ability probably won't be as relevant in that format. In EDH, I think this is probably where it's going to be at, where you have a lot more life to spend. But in standard, this is probably not going to be spent unless you have the ability to kind of get a lot of life up and then down over and over again. It does destroy target non-land permanent, so that could be an enchantment, it could be a planeswalker, stuff like that. I think this could be a good sideboard answer for like a planeswalker heavy strategy, so that's something to think about. However, dealing yourself 7 life is no joke, so I would be very careful on that. So unless you know that you're going to be getting the 7 life back either that turn or the following turn, do not use that ability. It's scary. Sadly, that is all the cards I have for you today. There were a couple cards that were spoiled in like the gameplay demo for Magic Arena, and we might go over those tomorrow or the next day or next week sometime. I just didn't want to kind of just pull screenshots from that entire demo there. That was kind of silly for me. If you want to see those cards, I'd recommend watching the Magic Arena trailers or the gameplay demos that they did on Twitch. But besides that, I will see you guys in the next video. Like the video if you liked it. Of course, subscribe to MTGO Traders for more content like this in the future. Let me know what you thought of the cards, and I'll see you guys in the next video.